We're continuing to gear up for some of that accumulating snow headed our way as we get into tonight. Ahead of all of that, though, still could pick up a few showers. It's just going to be falling in that liquid form, though, as we get into today. Eventually, though, that transition to snow, that's what's going to have our attention as we get into tonight. But it looks like it might be coming in a little bit slower, that transition itself. Here's the latest look at FUTURETRACK, and as we get into the rest of today, again, we'll see some of those showers filling back in. Notice the temperatures, though, might fit in a little bit more sunshine in some spots, especially south of I-70. And that's going to give us a chance to get back into the upper 40s in some locations. That's essentially going to give us more distance to cover, farther to go to get back to freezing as we get into the overnight hours. So we'll stop things at about 9 o'clock, and we're starting to see that transition up north as we get around places like Macon and Parrish. You guys will see the snow first. That line will start to march off toward the south, but notice even by 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, we're still hanging on to 40 degrees right along I-70. So if that's the case, we're still going to be looking at just some rain falling. That'll eventually change, though, pretty quickly as we get into about 4 o'clock. You see that transition line continuing to march off toward the south as those temperatures cool off. We got even some darker blues embedded shortly behind that changeover line. It's going to be some good-sized snowflakes when we do eventually change some of that over. So Snow Tracker, again, even with the delayed onset in some spots, ultimately it doesn't really matter. It ends up being a wash. We're still looking at about 3 to 4 inches for a lot of us as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Those locally higher amounts going to be up around Macon, down toward Paris, possibly over into Vandalia, northeastern parts of the state. We're going to watch I-44. There could be a band or two that sets up by tomorrow morning. It could give you folks some locally higher numbers as well. But again, big threats that we're going to be watching out on the roadways and visibility, which again is something you deal with on the roads themselves. The cold weather is going to be on the way into the overnight hours. We'll drop down into the teens Saturday night, but again, doesn't look like it's here to stay too long as we go throughout the rest of this weekend. Taking a look at that sledding forecast, that's what a lot of us may be trying to get out and do as we get into Saturday. Temperature is going to be in the 20s, so it's going to be a little chilly. That wind chill, again, with those blustery northeasterly winds, going to be into the teens for a lot of us. So layer up if you're going to be braving those conditions out in the backyard on our Saturday. Try to stay off the roads if we can. I think we'll have a better chance at maybe improving them by Saturday afternoon and evening. Should be looking okay by Sunday with a little bit of sunshine sneaking back into the forecast Sunday morning. And then we're starting to warm back up getting into Monday and Tuesday.